My beloved child, the door that closed before you was not an accident. It was not punishment. It was not proof that you failed, that you were forgotten, or that I had turned my face away from you. Listen to me with the deepest part of your soul, because what you have been calling rejection may have been my hand standing between you and a road you were never meant to walk. You saw the silence. I saw what was hidden behind the invitation. You saw the delay. I saw the weight that would have crushed your peace if you entered too soon. You saw the message that was never answered, the plan that suddenly fell apart, the opportunity that slipped out of your hands, the relationship that became uncertain, the path that once looked open and then became strangely blocked. But I saw the full road. I saw the motives you could not measure. I saw the consequences you could not predict. I saw the pain that would have waited for you just beyond the excitement of beginning. My beloved child, I did not close that door to shame you. I closed it to shield you. I did not interrupt your plans because I enjoy your disappointment. I interrupted them because I love you too deeply to let you walk unguarded into something that looked promising on the surface but carried danger beneath it. That closed door protected you from a wrong turn you could not yet see. Pause right here. Do not rush past this word. There are moments when my mercy does not arrive as an open gate. Sometimes my mercy arrives as a locked one. Sometimes I protect you by allowing something to succeed. Sometimes I protect you by refusing to let it continue. Sometimes I answer with provision. Sometimes I answer with restraint. And though restraint may wound your expectations for a moment, it can rescue your future from a wound that would take years to heal. You have been asking why it did not work. Why did the timing collapse? Why did the conversation stop? Why did the peace leave so suddenly? Why did your spirit become unsettled when everything in front of you seemed reasonable? My child, that unease was not always weakness. That heaviness was not always fear. That interruption was not always confusion. There are times when I disturb false peace before false peace becomes a prison. I am speaking to you now because you are standing near a decision that matters more than you realize. This is not only about a plan. This is not only about a person. This is not only about a place, a job, a move, a commitment, or a desire you have carried in secret. This decision touches your peace. It touches your relationships. It touches your calling. It touches the rhythm of your future. And because I am your father, I will not remain silent while you stand at the edge of a road that could take more from you than it gives. I do not speak to frighten you. I speak to awaken you. I do not come to condemn you for wanting what looked good. I come to teach you how to discern what is from me and what only appears to be from me. Not every open door is my invitation. Not every delay is denial. Not every closed door is loss. Some closed doors are my arms wrapped around your path saying, "Not this way, my child, not this way." So before the main message goes deeper, let your heart respond. If you believe I can protect through redirection, like this video as an act of agreement. Subscribe so you do not miss timely messages of discernment when your spirit needs clarity. And write in the comments, "Lord, guide my steps." Let it be more than words. Let it be surrender. Let it be your declaration that you will not force what I have closed. You will not chase what I have blocked, and you will trust that my redirection is not rejection. It is mercy moving ahead of you. My beloved child, lift your eyes from the one door that closed and look back over the road you have already traveled. There has never been a single moment in your life that was outside my sight. Not one breath has been wasted. Not one morning has been meaningless. Not one season has been hidden from me, even the seasons when you felt forgotten, delayed, confused, overlooked, or left behind while others seemed to move forward with ease. You did not survive by chance. You did not make it through because you were simply strong enough. You did not escape certain outcomes because life randomly shifted in your favor. It was my mercy. It was my hand. It was my keeping. I was watching over your going out and your coming in when you knew it, and I was watching when you had no language for what I was doing. I saw the decision that almost happened. I saw the relationship that almost formed. I saw the place you almost entered. I saw the agreement you almost made. I saw the words that almost bound you to something I never assigned to your future. I saw the path your emotions were leaning toward, the offer your exhaustion wanted to accept, the connection your loneliness wanted to trust, the opportunity your fear of missing out wanted to force open. And before that wrong turn could claim more of your peace, I stepped in. My child, some of my greatest protection in your life did not look dramatic. It looked like a changed schedule. It looked like a restless spirit. It looked like a conversation that never came together. It looked like a desire that suddenly lost its strength. It looked like a sudden pause you could not explain. It looked like a lack of peace when every outward detail seemed acceptable. You called it inconvenience, but I called it intervention. You called it delay, but I called it mercy. You called it nothing, but that very nothing was the sign that I was keeping you. Do you understand now why you could not settle? Do you understand why your spirit kept pulling back even while your mind kept building reasons to continue? I was not trying to confuse you. I was interrupting the agreement between your fear and a future I did not choose for you. I was breaking the momentum before momentum became bondage. I was placing holy resistance in your path before your feet became too familiar with the wrong road. My beloved child, I have been guiding you more than you know. I have turned your steps when you thought you were wandering. I have held back what you begged for because I saw what it would become. I have removed access to what would have drained you, distracted you, diminished you, and slowly pulled your heart away from me. You saw only the moment. I saw the chain. You saw only the beginning. I saw the ending. You saw only the promise it seemed to carry. I saw the pain it was hiding. So do not despise the interruptions. Do not curse the delay. Do not mourn as though my hand has abandoned you. The closed door is part of a larger story of protection. The same mercy that kept you alive has also kept you from roads that looked alive but carried death within them. The same love that woke you this morning has been guarding decisions you did not even know were dangerous. For I have spoken, and my word is sure. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. This is not only scripture on a page. This is my promise over your path. I have kept you. I am keeping you. And even now, I am intercepting what would have taken you where you were never meant to go. My beloved child, the warning you almost missed did not come with thunder. It did not always arrive through a loud interruption, a dramatic sign, or a voice shaking the room around you. Sometimes my protection came as silence. Sometimes it came as heaviness. Sometimes it came as hesitation in the place where you expected excitement. Sometimes it came as the strange disappearance of desire, where yesterday you were reaching for something with urgency, and today your soul could no longer move toward it with peace. Do not call that nothing. Do not dismiss it because it was quiet. Do not explain it away simply because others cannot feel what I am showing you. Silence is not always absence. Delay is not always denial. Discomfort is not always attack, and peace is not always found in finally getting what your flesh has been asking for. There are moments when peace is found in stopping. There are moments when peace is found in waiting. There are moments when peace is found in letting the door remain closed, even when your hands still remember how badly they wanted to open it. You have been trying to understand why your spirit feels divided. Your mind has been searching for reasons. You have replayed conversations. You have returned to small details again and again, asking, did they mean this? Did I misunderstand that? Was this a sign? Was that confirmation? You have looked for patterns. You have searched for reassurance. You have asked people who love you, but who cannot carry the spiritual weight of this decision for you. Some gave you advice from logic. Some gave you advice from preference. Some gave you advice from what they would do if they were standing in your place. But my child, not everyone who can see the opportunity can discern the spirit behind it. Listen to me now. The unease you have been trying to explain away may be the very signal I sent to keep you from entering the wrong door. That inward check, that quiet pulling back, that heaviness after the excitement, that unsettled feeling after the conversation ended, that sudden stillness where you expected joy, those were not accidents inside you. I was speaking beneath the noise. I was reaching for the part of you that still knows my voice. I was warning you before the situation became harder to leave. There are times I remove your appetite before I remove your access. I let your heart lose its taste for something before I allow your life to become tangled in it. I weaken the desire before I shut the door, because I do not only want to rescue your circumstances, I want to spare your heart. I know how deeply you attach. I know how faithfully you try to make things work. I know how long you can endure discomfort when you believe something is supposed to be yours. So in mercy, I begin inside. I disturb the hunger. I cool the excitement. I let the dream feel strangely heavy in your hands, not because I am cruel, but because I am preparing you to release what would have later required tearing. My beloved child, do not mistake the fading of excitement for failure. Sometimes what fades is what I never breathed upon. Sometimes what loses its shine is what I am exposing. Sometimes the very thing you thought you could not live without begins to feel foreign to your spirit because I am separating your desire from a trap before the trap closes around you. I do not always remove a thing from your life immediately. Sometimes I first remove your agreement with it. Sometimes I first remove the illusion. Sometimes I first remove the false peace that made it seem safe. This is why you must become careful with the gentle check in your spirit. Do not ignore it because the opportunity looks practical. Do not ignore it because the timing looks urgent. Do not ignore it because the person looks convincing, the offer looks attractive, the path looks efficient, or the door appears to answer a need you have carried for a long time. A thing can be useful and still be wrong for your assignment. A thing can be attractive and still be misaligned. A thing can arrive at the moment of your weariness and still not be sent by me. I am calling you into deeper discernment now. Not fear, discernment. Not suspicion of everything, discernment. Not paralysis, not panic, not endless questioning, but a holy willingness to listen when I make your spirit pause. The enemy loves when you override the quiet warning because the outer details look reasonable. He knows that a wrong turn rarely announces itself as destruction. Often it introduces itself as relief. It appears as progress. It sounds like urgency. It tells you that if you do not move now, you will miss everything. But I tell you, if the step requires you to abandon my peace, then you are not missing your destiny by waiting. You may be avoiding a wound. So pause, my child. Bring the silence back to me. Bring the heaviness back to me. Bring the hesitation back to me. Do not keep forcing clarity by pushing against the very restraint I placed inside you. I am not hiding from you. I am guiding you. I am not withholding to confuse you. I am warning to protect you. The door may look open, but if your spirit cannot rest before me, do not run through it. I am teaching you to recognize my hidden signals, because what you honor now may spare you pain later, and what you almost missed, I am bringing back to your attention today. My beloved child, understand this with a sober heart. The wrong turn did not always look dark when it first appeared before you. It did not always come dressed in chaos. It did not always arrive with warning signs obvious enough for your eyes to recognize. Sometimes the wrong turn looked like an answer to prayer. Sometimes it sounded reasonable. Sometimes it came with timing that seemed too precise to question. Sometimes it spoke to the ache you had carried for so long that your tired heart whispered, "Maybe this is finally it." This is why I am slowing you down. This is why I am calling you back into discernment before movement. A tired heart can mistake relief for confirmation. A lonely heart can mistake attention for covenant. A pressured heart can mistake speed for favor. A wounded heart can mistake escape for healing. A fearful heart can mistake an open door for my will simply because it cannot bear the thought of waiting any longer. I do not say this to shame you. I do not come to condemn you for wanting relief. I know the weight you have carried. I know the quiet tears, the hidden prayers, the long nights when you asked when something would finally change. I know you have wanted affection. I know you have wanted opportunity. I know you have wanted movement after standing still for so long. I know you have wanted a sign that your life is not stuck, that your prayers have not fallen empty, that your season is not meaningless. My child, I am not angry with you for desiring comfort. I am protecting you from calling comfort a calling when it is not from me. There is a relationship that can feed your loneliness while draining your destiny. It may give you attention, but weaken your discernment. It may make you feel chosen, but slowly pull you away from the obedience I have already spoken. It may soothe an ache for a moment, but create a deeper wound later. Do not ask only, "Do they want me?" Ask, "Do they draw me closer to you, Father? Do they strengthen the part of me that obeys? Or do they awaken the part of me that compromises? Do I become clearer in your presence? Or do I begin explaining away what I already know?" There is a job that can increase income while stealing peace. It may look like provision and still cost you alignment. It may place more in your hands while taking rest from your soul. It may impress others, while quietly exhausting the life I am building within you. Do not ask only, will this advance me? Ask, will this assignment allow me to remain faithful to what I have called holy? Will it sharpen my stewardship or consume my spirit? Will it require me to abandon the rhythm of obedience I have been teaching you? There is a friendship that can feel familiar while weakening conviction. Familiarity is not always safety. History is not always health. Some voices know your old patterns better than they honor your new obedience. Some people feel comfortable because they met you in a version of yourself I am calling you to leave behind. My child, do not confuse being understood with being strengthened. Do not confuse shared memories with shared direction. Ask yourself, after I leave their presence, am I more awake to my purpose or more numb to my conviction? Do I feel stirred toward truth or pulled back into patterns I already surrendered to me? There is a move that can look like escape while deepening confusion. It may promise a fresh start, but if it is rooted in running from instruction, it will carry the same unrest into a new place. A new city cannot heal what only surrender can heal. A new environment cannot replace obedience. A changed location cannot silence the inner warning I placed within you. Do not ask only, can I go? Ask, did I send you? Are you being led by peace or pushed by panic? Are you moving because I opened the road or because you are tired of sitting with what I asked you to face? Listen to me now. The enemy does not only tempt through obvious rebellion, he often uses timing pressure. He uses emotional exhaustion. He uses the fear of missing out. He waits until you are weary, then presents something that looks like relief. He waits until your heart is hungry, then offers something that feels like affection. He waits until you are tired of waiting, then whispers, if you do not move now, you will lose everything. But I tell you, what is truly from me will not require you to silence my voice in order to receive it. Ask the question plainly, my child. Does this choice draw you closer to obedience or closer to compromise? Does it bring quiet peace or restless proving? Does it make your spirit settled before me, or does it make you keep searching for signs to override the check I already gave you? Does it require you to hide, minimize, justify, rush, perform, pretend, or disconnect from the instruction I have already placed in your heart? I am not asking you to fear every opportunity. I am asking you to discern it. I am not asking you to reject every blessing because you have been disappointed before. I am asking you to bring every door into my light. What comes from me can withstand prayer. What comes from me can withstand patience. What comes from me will not collapse because you pause long enough to listen. But what is sent to distract you often demands immediate agreement. It pressures. It flatters. It insists. It tells you that waiting is weakness, that discernment is overthinking, that peace is unnecessary if the outcome looks useful. My beloved child, do not let exhaustion become your counselor. Do not let longing become your prophet. Do not let pressure become your confirmation. Return to the place of holy listening. Return to the instruction I already gave you. Return to the quiet place where you do not need to prove anything, force anything, or dress confusion in spiritual language. I am calling you back because I love you. I am calling you back because the wrong turn looked like an answer, and your heart was close to believing it. But I have not left you without guidance. I have not hidden my will from the child who truly wants to obey. If you hear my voice today, do not harden your heart. Do not negotiate with the warning. Do not decorate the wrong road and call it destiny. Pause before you proceed. Let discernment rise again. Let your spirit become still before me. The answer you need will not be found in rushing through the first door that relieves your pain. It will be found in trusting that I know the difference between what looks good for a moment and what carries life for your future. My beloved child, I blocked what would have broken you. I know those words are heavy, but let them settle in the deepest place within you. I did not merely see the beginning of that road, I saw the end. I saw what would have happened after the excitement faded, after the first comfort wore thin, after the first promise became a chain, after the first open door led you into rooms where your peace would be slowly taken from you. You saw what you wanted it to become. I saw what it truly carried. You saw possibility. I saw the hidden motive. You saw relief. I saw the spiritual trap. You saw movement. I saw misalignment. You saw a way forward. I saw the sorrow waiting further down the road. And because I love you, I stepped between you and what your heart was not yet strong enough to release on its own. The person who stopped responding was not always your loss. The silence that hurt you may have been my mercy, interrupting an attachment before it became a wound. The opportunity that vanished was not always evidence that I forgot you. It may have been my hand removing you from an environment that would have celebrated your usefulness while starving your soul. The plan that collapsed was not always failure. It may have been my protection dismantling a structure that could not carry the weight of your calling. The approval that never came was not always rejection. It may have been my refusal to let you build your identity on a voice that was never assigned to validate you. The road that suddenly became impossible was not always resistance from the enemy. Sometimes it was my own love, closing the path, because that road would have led you away from life. My child, I held you back. I slowed your steps. I disturbed your sleep. I interrupted your confidence. I removed the ease from what you were trying to force. I let the conversation become difficult. I allowed the timing to become strange. I permitted the details to stop lining up. I let the door close before your heart became tied to it beyond wisdom. I know you wanted clarity in a form that felt comfortable, but there are times when my clearest answer is restraint. Do not call my restraint cruelty. Do not call my protection abandonment. Do not call my interruption punishment. I was not withholding love from you. I was proving love to you. I was not reducing your life. I was preserving your assignment. I was not taking away your future. I was guarding it from a counterfeit road that would have demanded more from you than it was ever sent to give. There are things you were ready to accept because you were tired. There are doors you were ready to enter because waiting had worn on you. There are connections you were ready to trust because loneliness had made your heart tender in places that needed healing. There are decisions you almost made because you feared that if you did not say yes quickly, nothing better would ever come. But I saw you, my beloved child. I saw how close you were to mistaking urgency for direction. I saw how close you were to saying yes to something that would have required you to say no to the peace I was placing inside you. Listen carefully. What flatters you is not always for you. What chooses you is not always sent by me. What opens quickly is not always safe. What feels like escape is not always deliverance. A trap can speak the language of opportunity. A distraction can borrow the appearance of blessing. A wrong turn can come wrapped in timing, emotion, attention, and usefulness. This is why I did not allow you to judge only by what your eyes could see. I reached deeper. I touched your spirit. I made you restless where you wanted to be certain. I made you cautious where you wanted to run. I made you pause where your emotions wanted to agree. My beloved child, one day you will thank me for what did not happen. You will look back and see that the unanswered message was protection. You will see that the closed door was mercy. You will see that the delay you cried over was a wall I built between you and unnecessary pain. You will see that the thing you thought was slipping away from you was actually being removed before it could wrap itself around your future. And when understanding comes, your tears will change language. What once sounded like grief will become testimony. What once felt like confusion will become worship. What once looked like denial will become evidence that I was near. I know the ache of blocked desire. I know how hard it is when your hands are empty and your heart is still trying to understand. I do not despise your tears. I do not belittle your disappointment. I am a father who knows the difference between a temporary ache and a future wound. I would rather hold you through the ache of surrender than watch you bleed from a decision you were never meant to carry. I would rather let you feel the sting of a closed door now than let you build a life inside a place where your spirit slowly grows dim. So breathe, my child. Release the accusation that I was unkind to you. Release the thought that I was late. Release the fear that you missed your only chance. If it required you to force, hide, strive, panic, compromise, or silence my warning, it was not the road of life I prepared for you. I blocked it because I saw beyond it. I interrupted it because mercy stood in the way. I closed it because what waited behind it was not worthy of the future I am preserving in you. Do not return to what I rescued you from. Do not reopen what I closed in mercy. Do not chase what I removed by my hand. Do not negotiate with the very thing that already disturbed your peace, and then call the negotiation wisdom. My beloved child, I am speaking with tenderness, but I am speaking with urgency. There is a brief window before longing begins to rewrite the story, before memory begins to soften what I exposed, before your emotions begin to decorate the place I told you to leave. Listen to me now. Familiarity is not safety. History is not permission. Missing something is not confirmation that you should return to it. There are doors that feel familiar because your pain learned their shape. There are places that feel comfortable because your old self knew how to survive there. There are voices that still know how to reach you, not because they are assigned to your future, but because they were once tied to your wounds, your habits, your need for approval, your fear of being alone. I do not say this to shame you. I do not come to condemn you because you still feel the pull. I know how temptation speaks after deliverance. I know how loneliness can make an unsafe place look warm again. I know how regret can whisper, maybe I overreacted. I know how curiosity can ask, what if things have changed? I know how unfinished conversations can sit inside your heart like open doors. I know how the desire to prove something to someone can make you walk back toward a road I already blocked. But my child, love is racing against time. I am not raising my voice because I am angry with you. I am raising it because I see how close your feet are to the edge. Remember Lot. Remember the mercy that pulled him out before judgment fell. The angels did not call him out because the city was misunderstood. They called him out because destruction was near. They urged him forward. They took him by the hand. They moved him out of what he could not afford to remain inside. And when the command came, it was simple and urgent. Do not look back. That command was not cruelty. It was protection. It was not a denial of memory. It was a severing of agreement. Looking back became dangerous because the heart can turn its face toward what the feet have left behind. My beloved child, nostalgia can become a liar. It can polish the chains and hide the bruises. It can remember the laughter and forget the confusion. It can remember the attention and forget the anxiety. It can remember the open door and forget the way your spirit kept sinking when you stood near it. Selective memory will show you the good moment, the tender word, the almost promise, the version of the story that makes returning seem reasonable. But I saw all of it. I saw the whole pattern. I saw what it awakened in you. I saw what it drained from you. I saw what it required you to silence in order to stay. Do not romanticize what I judged unsafe for your soul. Do not call it unfinished if I called it complete. Do not call it complicated if I made the warning clear. Do not call it closure when what you are really seeking is another opening. Some conversations do not need to be revisited. Some messages do not need to be sent. Some explanations will not heal you. Some doors will not become holy because you approach them with softer words. If I removed your peace there once, do not walk back asking whether peace might meet you there now. This is the moment where obedience must become more than a feeling. This is where trust must become movement. You cannot keep asking me for signs while stepping toward the danger I already warned you about. You cannot pray for clarity and ignore the clarity that came as heaviness, delay, restraint, silence, and a closed door. You cannot ask me to protect you while your hand reaches again for what I pulled you away from. My child, I am merciful, but I am also truthful. Grace does not make the wrong road safe. Mercy does not turn disobedience into peace. Love calls you out, and love also tells you not to go back. The enemy will not always tempt you with something new. Sometimes he will tempt you with what is familiar. He will use an old name, an old place, an old habit, an old desire, an old conversation that still carries emotional weight. He will whisper that you are stronger now, that you can handle it now, that one look will not hurt, that one reply will not matter, that one meeting will not reopen anything. But I tell you, some doors do not need your strength. They need your absence. Some battles are not won by standing near the fire and proving you can withstand heat. They are won by obeying when I say, leave. My beloved child, do not confuse the ache of separation with the voice of direction. Withdrawal is not always guidance. Missing what was removed does not mean it was meant to remain. Sometimes your heart hurts because it is being untangled. Sometimes you feel empty because I am removing an attachment that had taken up space meant for my peace. Sometimes the silence after deliverance feels frightening because you had grown accustomed to noise. But do not run back to noise because quiet feels unfamiliar. Let me teach you how to live free. You have only a brief window to choose how you will respond. Not because I am threatening you, but because delay gives old desire time to gather arguments. Today, choose the warning. Today, let the closed door remain closed. Today, delete what keeps pulling your attention backward. Today, stop rehearsing the conversation that keeps awakening confusion. Today, surrender the need to prove that you were right, that they were wrong, that you were worth choosing, that you were misunderstood. I already know. I already saw. You do not need to return to the place of pain to validate what I rescued you from. Do not look back with longing at what I pulled you out of with mercy. Do not let nostalgia turn your rescue into regret. I am not taking life from you. I am guarding life within you. I am not asking you to walk away because nothing mattered. I am asking you to walk forward because your future matters more. Trust the hand that closed the door. Trust the voice that warned you. Trust the love that reached you before the wrong turn became your home. Walk away, my child, and do not return. I am leading you onward. My beloved child, the delay is not emptiness. The delay is not abandonment. The delay is not my hand withdrawing from your life after closing the wrong door. I did not rescue you from one road so I could leave you standing in confusion, with nothing beneath your feet and nothing ahead of your eyes. I am not only blocking what would harm you, I am preparing the safer road. I am forming the path that can carry your calling without crushing your soul. I am shaping the vessel that will hold what I am bringing, because what comes from me must be carried with peace, wisdom, maturity, and surrender. Do not think that because one door closed, your future closed with it. Do not think that because I said no to what you wanted, I have said no to your destiny. A closed door in my hand is often the beginning of a protected road. A delay in my timing is often the place where roots go deeper, foundations become stronger, and desires are purified from fear. I am not wasting your waiting. I am working in it. I am teaching you how to hear without panic, how to stand without forcing, how to desire without clinging, how to hope without surrendering your discernment. My child, if I poured too early, the blessing could have become a burden. If I opened the door before the foundation was healed, the promise could have pressed on cracks you had not yet allowed me to mend. If I placed you in the right place with an unhealed heart, you might have carried holy opportunity with wounded reactions. You might have turned provision into pressure, affection into fear, responsibility into striving, or favor into performance. This is why I am not only preparing the road, I am preparing you. A vessel must be strengthened before it is filled. A foundation must be settled before weight is added. A heart must be healed in hidden places before it can walk through open doors without dragging old bondage into new rooms. You asked me for increase, but I am first enlarging your capacity. You asked me for direction, but I am first quieting the impulses that used to sound like direction. You asked me for open doors, but I am first teaching you the difference between an open door and an assigned door. You asked me for peace, and I am teaching you that peace is not the absence of waiting. Peace is trust in the one who knows why you are waiting. My beloved child, in this delay I am separating urgency from impulse. I am showing you that not every fast feeling is faith. Not every immediate desire is instruction. Not every opportunity that demands speed is sent by me. I am training your spirit to move when I say move, and to remain still when I say remain still. Waiting is not passivity when it is obedience. Stillness is not weakness when it is surrender. Delayed movement is not failure when I am using it to keep you aligned. I am building discernment in you. I am healing attachment wounds that made you hold too tightly to what felt available. I am strengthening obedience in the places where fear used to negotiate. I am teaching you to stop making decisions from panic, loneliness, pressure, comparison, or the dread of being left behind. You are not behind when you are in my timing. You are not losing ground when you are learning to walk with me. The road I prepare does not require you to abandon my voice in order to enter it. The road I prepare will not feed your insecurity while starving your spirit. The road I prepare will carry life. Remember Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. The instruction did not look logical. A prophet came to a woman with little left, and the command required faith before visible abundance. She had only a handful of flour and a little oil, and yet obedience opened a stream of provision her natural eyes could not have predicted. That story is a mirror for you. Sometimes the next step I give will not satisfy every question before you obey. Sometimes provision is hidden on the other side of a small act that looks too simple, too strange, too costly, or too quiet to matter. But when the instruction comes from me, obedience becomes the door through which provision enters. Do not despise the small instruction in the waiting season. Do not say, nothing is happening. When I am teaching you how to obey without applause, do not say, "I am stuck," when I am removing patterns that would have followed you into the next place. Do not say, "I have been forgotten," when I am guarding you from entering prematurely. Some of my deepest preparation happens where no one can measure it. In the pause before you reply, in the surrender after you remember, in the choice not to force, in the quiet decision to let the old door remain closed, in the moment you feel the impulse rising and choose my voice instead. Listen to me now. Waiting with me still has movement in it. It is movement away from old attachments. It is movement deeper into truth. It is movement toward healing, toward wisdom, toward clean obedience. It is not the movement of frantic hands trying to build what I have not commanded. It is the movement of a surrendered heart learning to take only the step I give. Today, if I tell you to rest, rest. If I tell you to release, release. If I tell you to prepare, prepare. If I tell you to be silent, be silent. If I tell you to take one faithful step, take it without demanding to see the entire road. My beloved child, I am not late. I am not careless with your future. I am not delaying because I have no answer. I am delaying because I have mercy. I am forming you for the road that will not destroy your peace. I am building the foundation beneath the promise. I am strengthening the vessel before the pouring. I am teaching your heart to recognize my timing, not just desire my gifts. The wrong turn has been blocked, but the right road is being prepared. Stay with me in the formation. Let patience finish its work. When I say move, you will move with clarity. When I open the door, you will not have to force it. And when the safer road appears, you will understand that the delay was not against you. It was my protection preparing you to carry life. My beloved child, now the revelation must become response. It is not enough to know that I blocked the wrong turn. It is not enough to feel comfort because I protected you. It is not enough to understand that the delay has meaning. There comes a moment when mercy asks for movement, and that movement may not be dramatic. It may not look impressive. It may not require you to explain your entire life to anyone. It may simply require one clean step of obedience in the direction I have already made clear. You do not need to understand every detail before you obey the instruction I have placed before you. You do not need to see the full map before you take the next step. You do not need every question answered before you stop reaching for what I told you to release. Confusion grows when you keep asking for new clarity while refusing the clarity already given. Confusion begins to break when your feet agree with my voice. Confusion begins to break when your hands stop holding what I told you to lay down. Confusion begins to break when your mouth stops saying, "I trust you," while your choices keep returning to the old road. Listen carefully. The next step may be simple. Stop forcing the communication. Stop sending another message to a door I allowed to close. Decline the offer that keeps requiring you to compromise your peace. Wait before signing what your spirit has not settled about. Forgive without returning to bondage. Release the offense without reopening the access. Seek wise counsel instead of hiding the decision from those who can see what your emotions are trying to cover. Pray before you answer. Pause before you agree. Remove the access that keeps pulling your attention backward. Delay the plan until your spirit is quiet enough to hear me clearly. Do not despise the smallness of obedience. One small step can turn your whole direction. One surrendered no can protect years of your life. One quiet pause can stop a chain of decisions that would have carried you into pain. One deleted number, one declined invitation, one honest conversation, one night of prayer before response, one moment of waiting before movement can become the place where confusion loses its power over you. You are not weak because the step is small. You are wise when the step is obedient. My child, the enemy wants you trapped in analysis, because analysis can feel spiritual while keeping you unmoved. He will let you think deeply as long as you do not obey clearly. He will let you discuss, compare, imagine, replay, explain, and justify, as long as your feet remain close to the wrong road. But I am not calling you into endless mental circles. I am calling you into surrendered response. The next door does not open through panic. It does not open through manipulation. It does not open through forcing what I closed. The next door opens through obedience. Remember Saul, let his life be a mirror, not a distant story. I gave him a clear command, but he kept what I told him to destroy. He preserved what was meant to be released. And then he dressed his disobedience in religious language. He called it sacrifice. He called it practicality. He called it something useful. But partial obedience is still disobedience when it preserves the very thing I commanded you to surrender. Delayed obedience can become rebellion when it keeps negotiation alive in the place where I ask for trust. My beloved child, do not keep the pieces of what I told you to release, and then ask me to bless the altar you built with them. Do not keep the attachment and call it wisdom. Do not keep the access and call it kindness. Do not keep the secret option and call it patience. Do not keep the backup plan and call it discernment. If I told you to let it go, release it fully. If I told you to wait, stop moving privately while pretending to wait publicly. If I told you to forgive, forgive from the heart, but do not confuse forgiveness with returning to chains I broke off of you. My word says, to obey is better than sacrifice. This is not merely an ancient warning, it is a present mercy. I am not asking for louder promises while you keep walking toward misalignment. I am not asking for emotional words while your actions protect the wrong thing. I am asking for obedience. Clean obedience, simple obedience. Today, obedience. The kind that may tremble, but still chooses me. The kind that does not have every answer, but follows the instruction it has. The kind that does not wait until fear disappears, but moves because my voice is enough. Pause right now, and let this reach the place where you have been negotiating. What is the one step I have already shown you? Not the 10 steps you cannot understand, not the whole future you cannot control. The one step, the one call you should not make, the one answer you should delay, the one offer you should decline, the one habit you should stop feeding, the one plan you should pause, the one counsel you should seek, the one door you should stop touching. And as an act of faith, write this declaration where you can see it and where your own heart must hear it. I will not take the wrong turn. Write it not as fear, but as agreement. I will not take the wrong turn. I will not force what God closed. I will not preserve what He told me to release. I will not confuse delay with abandonment. I will not trade peace for urgency. I will not call disobedience wisdom. I will not walk into misalignment because I am tired of waiting. My beloved child, one step of obedience will begin to clear the fog. You have been waiting for confusion to lift before you obey, but often confusion lifts as you obey. The moment you stop negotiating with the wrong road, your spirit will begin to breathe again. The moment you honor the instruction, peace will have room to return. The moment you release what I named unsafe, you will discover that I was not trying to take life from you. I was guiding you back into it. So respond today, not with panic, not with performance, not with a vow you will forget tomorrow. Respond with one faithful act. Let your obedience become the line in the road. Let your surrender become the turning point. Let your yes to me silence the confusion that has been arguing inside you. I am not asking you to carry the whole journey at once. I am asking you to obey the step before you. Take it, my child. Take it with trust. Take it with humility. Take it with courage. The wrong turn loses power when your obedience agrees with my protection. My beloved child, the peace you need will not come from control. It will not come from checking one more time, rehearsing one more outcome, comparing your path to someone else's path, or trying to build a future where nothing can surprise you. You have been trying to make yourself safe by thinking through every possibility, but your mind was never meant to become the throne of your security. You can plan and still be afraid. You can calculate and still be restless. You can ask every question, search every sign, measure every response, and still feel the trembling underneath it all, because control can imitate wisdom, but it cannot give peace. Listen to me now. Control is not peace. Pressure is not confirmation. Speed is not obedience. Fear is not wisdom. The urgency that comes from me carries clarity, even when it is serious. The pressure that comes from fear carries torment, even when it sounds reasonable. Do not confuse a racing heart with divine direction. Do not confuse the demand to decide quickly with the voice of my spirit. Do not confuse the fear of losing something with the instruction to hold on to it. My child, when you are being led by panic, you will call anything a sign if it helps you escape the discomfort of surrender. I see how tired you are from trying to guarantee safety without yielding the road to me. I see the way you replay conversations. I see the way you imagine what they meant, what might happen, what you could lose, what you might regret. I see the way you look at others and wonder why their doors seem open while yours have been blocked. I see the quiet bargaining in your heart that says, if I can just know how this ends, then I will rest. But rest that depends on knowing the ending is not trust. Peace that depends on controlling the outcome is not peace. It is fear wearing a calmer face. My beloved child, come to me honestly. Do not perform strength before me. Do not decorate your prayer with words that hide the place where you are trembling. I am not asking you to impress me with composure. I am inviting you to tell me the truth. Say, Father, I need you. I cannot see what you see. Lead me away from what would harm me. Say it slowly. Say it from the place where your soul has been holding too tightly. Father, I need you. I cannot see what you see. Lead me away from what would harm me. That prayer is not weakness. That prayer is the doorway of surrender. And understand this, my child. True peace may not first feel like celebration. It may first feel like release. It may feel like grief because your hands are opening around something you tried to make secure. It may feel like humility because you are admitting that your plan could not protect you the way my wisdom can. It may feel like emptiness for a moment because the thing you kept clinging to had taken up space I now intend to fill with my presence. Do not be afraid of the quiet that comes after surrender. Quiet is not always loss. Sometimes, quiet is the sound of bondage losing its grip. You do not have to force the door to prove you have faith. You do not have to hold the whole road in your hands to prove you are responsible. You do not have to keep striving, checking, pushing, and arranging every detail as though my care begins only where your effort ends. I guide surrendered steps. I steady, yielded hearts. I direct those who trust me enough to stop running ahead of my voice. Your peace will return as you release the road to the one who sees ahead. Not because you know everything, not because every answer has arrived, not because every feeling has settled, but because you have placed your future back into my hands. So loosen your grip, my beloved child. Breathe where you have been bracing. Release what you have been trying to control. Let the wrong road remain closed without demanding that it explain itself again. Let me be God over what you cannot predict. Let me protect what you cannot see. Let me lead you at the pace of peace, not the pace of fear. I am not calling you into frantic striving. I am calling you into surrendered movement. Walk with me, and you will discover that the peace you were trying to manufacture was already waiting in the place where you finally trusted me. My beloved child, I am turning you toward the road that carries life. I did not close the wrong door so your story would end in disappointment. I did not disturb your false peace so you would remain suspended in confusion. I did not delay what was unsafe so you would believe I had forgotten your desire. I do not merely say no. I redirect, I restore, I cleanse motives, I strengthen foundations, I heal what fear has touched. I lead you away from what would drain you and toward what can carry my purpose without destroying your peace. Listen to me now. My no is not the absence of my goodness. My no is often the doorway into a deeper yes, a yes your weary heart could not recognize while it was still attached to the wrong road. I am leading you toward life, not away from it. I am leading you toward clarity that does not require striving, toward purpose that does not require compromise, toward relationships that do not demand the sacrifice of your spirit, toward opportunities that do not pull you out of alignment with my character. I am leading you toward a road where obedience becomes stronger, where your heart becomes cleaner, where your steps become steadier, where your peace is not borrowed from circumstances but rooted in me. You thought losing the wrong thing meant losing your future, but my child, it may be the very moment your true path begins. Sometimes destiny begins with release. Sometimes restoration begins with a closed door. Sometimes the road that carries life first feels like grief, because it requires you to leave behind what could not go with you. Do not measure my promise by what I removed. Measure my love by what I protected. Measure my faithfulness by the way I kept you from building a life on a foundation that would not hold. My word says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. This is not merely an ancient promise. It is my present care over you. I am not guiding you from a distance. My eye is upon you. I see the road ahead. I see the motives behind doors. I see the hidden weight of choices. I see who can walk with you without pulling you away from me. I see what looks delayed but is being prepared. I see what looks attractive but carries sorrow. I see what looks quiet but carries life. The right road will not always be easy, but it will carry my fingerprints. It will be marked by deep peace, even when patience is required. It will be marked by obedience that strengthens instead of confusion that scatters. It will be confirmed through wisdom, not flattery. It will agree with my character, not merely with your desire. It will produce humility, not pride. It will invite surrender, not control. It will make room for truth, not secrecy. It will not require you to silence my warnings in order to keep walking. It will not demand that you betray your spirit to protect an image, an attachment, or an ambition. My beloved child, do not fear the road that begins quietly. Do not despise the path that asks for patience. Do not assume that life must arrive with noise to be real. Many of my most faithful roads begin with a simple peace, a clean conscience, a strengthened yes, a humbled heart, a door that opens without manipulation, and counsel that agrees with what I have already been whispering in the hidden place. I am not trying to confuse you. I am teaching you how to recognize alignment. So pause now, open your heart, let the disappointment soften in my presence. Let the questions become surrender. Let the closed door stop speaking louder than my love. Receive my protection not as rejection, but as mercy. Receive my redirection not as loss, but as rescue. Receive this moment as the place where I turn your face from what could have wounded you toward the road that carries life. I am not taking destiny from you. I am positioning you to walk into it with clearer eyes, cleaner hands, and a heart that trusts me more than the door it wanted. Now, my beloved child, let this prayer rise from the place where fear has been sitting. Do not pray as one who has been abandoned. Pray as one who has been protected. Do not pray as one who has lost everything. Pray as one who is being led away from what could have wounded the future. Let your heart become honest before me. Let your hands open. Let your spirit stop arguing with mercy. Say this with sincerity, not performance, not panic, not empty repetition, but surrender. Father, I come before you with an open heart. I thank you for every door you closed when I did not understand. I thank you for every delay that frustrated me but protected me. I thank you for every silence that kept me from moving too quickly. I thank you for every interruption, every restraint, every warning, every uneasy feeling, every blocked path, every unanswered message, every opportunity that faded, every plan that did not come together because your mercy was standing between me and a wrong turn. Forgive me, Father, for forcing what you blocked. Forgive me for calling my impatience faith. Forgive me for trying to reopen doors you closed in love. Forgive me for negotiating with what you told me to release. Forgive me for confusing familiarity with safety, pressure with direction, and desire with confirmation. Forgive me for the moments when I trusted my fear more than your wisdom, when I clung to what was available instead of waiting for what was aligned, when I let loneliness, pride, comparison, or exhaustion speak louder than your spirit. Father, silence every voice that does not come from you. Silence the voice of fear. Silence the voice of manipulation. Silence the voice of false urgency. Silence the voice of regret that tries to pull me backward. Silence the voice that tells me I will miss my future if I obey you. Silence the whisper that makes the wrong road look safe, the wrong relationship look necessary, the wrong agreement look wise, the wrong opportunity look like my only answer. Let every counterfeit peace lose its power over me. Let every hidden motive be exposed by your light. Give me discernment, Father. Give me discernment over relationships. Give me discernment over opportunities. Give me discernment over agreements, contracts, invitations, travel, business decisions, conversations, commitments, and emotional attachments. Show me what carries life and what carries misalignment. Show me what is sent by you and what is only dressed like an answer. Show me where I am being drawn by your peace and where I am being pulled by my wounds. Let me not enter what my spirit knows is unsafe. Let me not say yes where you are saying wait. Let me not call something a blessing if it requires me to ignore your warning. Protect my mind from confusion. Protect my timing from haste. Protect my household from doors that would bring disorder. Protect my calling from distractions that look productive but pull me away from obedience. Protect my finances from decisions rooted in fear, greed, pressure, or desperation. Protect my future from every wrong turn disguised as an answer. Protect my heart from attachments that drain my peace. Protect my steps from paths that seem open but are not assigned. Let no hidden trap succeed against what you are building in me. Father, give me courage to obey quickly. Not tomorrow, if you are speaking today. Not later, if you are calling now. Not after I have touched the door one more time. Give me courage to release fully, to wait cleanly, to answer wisely, to walk away humbly, to pause when you restrain me, and to move when you command me. Let my obedience be simple. Let it be whole. Let it be without secret compromise. Let my yes to you become stronger than my desire to control the outcome. Give me humility to wait patiently. Teach me not to despise the delay. Teach me not to accuse. Your timing when I cannot see, your protection. Teach me not to run ahead because others seem to be moving faster. Teach me to trust that you are preparing the safer road, forming my heart, strengthening my foundation, and making me ready for what will carry life. I surrender the road. I surrender the timeline. I surrender the need to understand every reason. I surrender the door I wanted into the hands of the God who sees ahead. Father, I choose to believe that your redirection is mercy. Your no is mercy. Your delay is mercy. Your warning is mercy. Your closed door is mercy. Your disturbance of my false peace is mercy. You are not taking destiny from me. You are turning me toward it. You are not withholding life from me. You are protecting me from what could have stolen it quietly. So I receive your protection. I receive your correction. I receive your guidance. I receive your peace. And now I declare over my life, I will not take the wrong turn. I will not force what God has closed. I will not follow fear into misalignment. I will not trade peace for pressure. I will not return to what mercy rescued me from. I will listen. I will wait. I will obey. I will trust the one whose eye is upon me and whose hand is guiding my steps. Amen. I am guided. I am protected. I will not force the door God has closed. My beloved child, now walk forward without forcing the door. Walk slowly if you must, but walk with me. Walk watchfully, not anxiously. Walk peacefully, not carelessly. Walk with your heart open, your hands released, and your spirit attentive to my voice. I have not abandoned your path. I have not left you to guess your way through the dark. I am the one who closed what needed to close, delayed what needed to wait, interrupted what could have wounded you, and kept your feet from a road you did not yet know was dangerous. Do not spend this day trying to reopen what mercy has shut. Do not stand outside the closed door rehearsing old possibilities. Do not keep knocking where I have already answered by silence. Do not call it faith when it is fear, refusing to release. Your next step is not to force the outcome. Your next step is to trust my protection. Take one obedient step toward peace. Take one step toward prayer instead of panic. Take one step toward counsel instead of secrecy. Take one step toward release instead of control. Take one step away from the wrong turn and toward the quiet place where my spirit can strengthen you. There will come a day, my child, when you will look back with clearer eyes. What felt like rejection will look like rescue. What felt like delay will look like divine timing. What felt like interruption will look like my hand standing between you and avoidable pain. You will say, "Now I understand why that door would not open. Now I understand why my peace would not settle. Now I understand why the plan kept breaking apart." Not everything will be explained at once, but enough light will come for you to know this truth. I was protecting your steps even when you did not understand my ways. So go forward, not backward, not into the door I closed, not into the agreement I disturbed, not into the attachment I warned you about. Go forward with humility. Go forward with clean obedience. Go forward with the confidence that my eye is upon you and my hand is guiding you. The road that carries life is not found by forcing what I resisted. It is found by trusting the one who sees ahead. And if this message helped you recognize my protection over your life, subscribe for more messages of divine guidance. Like this video as an act of agreement that I am leading you away from the wrong turn. Share it with someone who is facing a major decision and needs courage to obey. Leave your prayer request in the comments for protection, discernment, and direction. And let this become your declaration today. God is protecting my steps.